What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today, we are here to check out the new 2021 Cadillac CT4-V. This is a luxury compact performance sedan based off the Cadillac CT4, which just recently replaced the Cadillac ATS. So I'm starting to see either people go after a lot of the SUVs or these small performance sedans. They're becoming really popular. So what is the competition against the Cadillac CT4-V? Well, this is going after vehicles such as the Mercedes-Benz CLA 45 or the Audi RS3. So today I want to check out the exterior and the interior details. The interior is truly beautiful. It features a nice sangria leather, and see how this ride has been engineered for excellence. Starting the review at the front of the CT4-V, of course you're getting that traditional design language that we've come to know and love from Cadillac, especially with these vertical LED lamps here for your daytime running lamps. And of course your traditional headlamps are LED as well. The grille has been completely blacked out, gives it a nice menacing look from the front. The hood features simple character lines, and underneath that hood you're going to find a 2.7 liter turbo 4-cylinder giving you 325 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque, connected to a 10-speed automatic transmission, giving you 0 to 60 in just 4.5 seconds. So this car is a really fun vehicle to drive. It doesn't leave you wanting for more in terms of performance. Taking a look at the side profile, you're getting that traditional Cadillac design language with the single line from the front headlamp all the way to the rear of the vehicle. But overall, the side profile, it's simple, it's not cluttered. All you get is this V badge on the side here. Not too many badges at all, gives it a nice clean look. Now your window surrounds have been blacked out, which also helps give this vehicle a nice aggressive look as well. Now your wheels are 18 inches front and rear. They come with Brembo brakes with 12.6 inch rotors up front and 12.4 inch rotors in the back. Now I do want to make mention that this is an all-wheel drive model. It's available in rear-wheel drive, but the all-wheel drives, I want you to note, does not come equipped with the Magnetic Ride 4.0. Only the rear-wheel drive models come equipped with that. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the rear. The rear of the CT4-V is defined by a roofline that slowly comes into the trunk lid with a spoiler that sits on top of that trunk lid, which is going to give you additional stability at higher speeds. Now, of course, you're getting those traditional vertical LED lamps, gives a nice, simple, and clean look to the overall rear of this vehicle. Now, if you open up the trunk, you'll get just underneath 11 cubic feet of storage. You're looking at 10.9 cubic feet of storage, which is typical for a vehicle of this size. I'll drop the trunk back, and coming lower, you have quad exhaust finishers. Overall, I like the way the silver accents pop out against this black paintwork. Gives it a nice sinister look from the rear. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. Checking out the inside of this CT4-V, I was quite surprised to see the sangria leather. I was expecting it just to be black on black, but this nice color just provides a pop to the interior, I must say. But overall, the interior quality is nice. It's what you would expect of a Cadillac. Starting at the top, you're getting a soft touch injection molded material with stitching throughout. Coming lower, you have your 8-inch infotainment system that has your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Coming lower, you have 2 air conditioning vents, air conditioning controls, controls for your heated and ventilated seats, and then a nice wireless charger located on the bottom here. I really like that. Now this vehicle does feature carbon fiber accents on the interior as well. Of course, you have 2 cup holders and your traditional electronic gear selector. Coming further back, you do have buttons for your driving mode, whether it's track, sports, or comfort. And then of course, there's some storage in the center console here. Now I do wish that the passenger could access this storage as well. If it opens up like this, it kind of blocks the passenger from being able to access it. So only the driver has access to this storage here. And of course, there are 2 USB ports located in here with some additional storage as well. Coming over to the steering wheel, it's nice and smooth in your hands, features stitching going all the way around. Of course, the traditional Cadillac symbol in the middle, and then you have silver accents as well, with 2 nice shift paddles if you want to drive in manual mode. Now behind the steering wheel sits a digital instrument cluster. It's nice and easy to read. It's bright enough so it doesn't fade out in sunlight. I like it. It seems nice and simple, easy to use. Coming over to your door panels, they're covered in a nice soft touch material with contrast stitching. You have 2 position memory here for your seats. Your seats are 12-way adjustable, by the way, and they're nice and comfortable as well. You have silver accents on the door panels, which is part of the 14-speaker Bose audio system, which sounds pretty nice in this vehicle. Of course, you have silver accents for your door handles, controls for all 4 windows and your side view mirrors as well, and then storage on the bottom of the door. Now the seats, again, they're beautiful. I love this sangria leather, and again, 3 levels of cooling and heating. They feel nice to the touch. They're nice and soft. Easily, you could take a long road trip in this vehicle. The seats are comfortable enough to do so. Now, one thing I did notice about the interior of this particular vehicle is that even though it has black and purple accents, the interior is still a little bit dark because it doesn't have a panoramic roof or a sunroof. So I wish this car did have that. Let's go ahead and check out the rear. Sitting in the back of the CT4-V, one of the first things you're going to notice is that the legroom in the rear seats, there's not a lot of it. I didn't move the driver's seat that I was sitting in, so I'm sitting behind myself, and as you can see, my legs are right up against the back of the seat. So there's about 33 inches of legroom in the back. Now, I was surprised because from the exterior, this doesn't look like a compact vehicle, but it is. Like I said, it's competing against vehicles such as the CLA or the Audi RS3. So this is a compact vehicle. So if you want something a little bit larger, you might want to check out something else if you're going to have adults back here all the time. Overall, the seating is comfortable. You can sit back here for a while. It's just a little bit cramped. Now, of course, in the center console, you do have 2 air conditioning vents. There's a cigarette outlet back here. There aren't any USB ports back here. I wish there were USB ports integrated into the design of the rear interior. Overall, the door panels, you have the same exact materials as what you saw up front, but overall, this is a comfortable seat in the back here. It's just a little bit cramped. Let's go ahead and get back in the front seat and get the CT4-V out on the road and see if it's truly fun to drive. All right, so we're behind the wheel of the Cadillac CT4-V. I'm gonna ask you guys to make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Isha, first impressions, what are your thoughts on this?
It's very, very nice.
It's a nice vehicle, huh?
It's a very nice vehicle from the outside, overall aesthetics to the inside interior. Very, very well done.
Yeah, so it looks nice and sharp from the exterior for sure. Super modern, which Cadillac is always known for doing. And then the interior overall does coordinate well. I was shocked to see this sangria leather is what it's called in the interior. I think it helps it out a lot. It's better than just having black on black.
Black on black. Yeah, I really, really like the color. I was really impressed with it. It does have like some white piping going around here.
Yeah.
Kind of makes it stand out a little bit. I like that with the red stitching too,
Yep.
contrast.
Yeah. The ride quality, this is a fairly quiet vehicle. It's nice and smooth, even though it doesn't have the magnetic ride control. So I was impressed with how smooth and supple the ride is overall, especially it being a performance vehicle. This is a V model. So there's a regular CT4 and then there's a CT4V, which is supposed to give you, you know, just some extra oomph, right? So think of this as like one of the, you know, small like CLA 35 or something like that on the lower end of the AMG line.
Okay.
So that's what this is. This is giving you some performance features. You have different driving modes, of course. You have the sport, comfort, and even a track mode. You can drive with the paddles here. So overall, this is something you can do a daily drive in and also have some fun when you want. So I'll drop it into track mode.
I should have known with them shift paddles back
there.
What I was
I'll just floor it. I won't even shift it. So you see, it definitely has some get up and go. Brembo brakes give you plenty of confidence when you hit that brake pedal there. So I like how they bite down and the response for that is sharp.
I think that was pretty smooth.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. Yeah, it's pretty smooth for sure. Now there's a lot of traffic out because we're shooting this like at Wednesday afternoon. People are getting off work.
I wasn't ready. You didn't give me a warning that time.
Oh, my bad. Hold on to your butt.
The camera caught my reaction too.
Yeah. So as you can see, this car wakes up quite a bit. It's a really fun vehicle to drive. So the interior, do you have anything that you don't care for or anything that sticks out to you at all?
Yeah, I think the display screen is kind of small.
It is. That's an 8-inch screen. For 2021 standards, that is kind of small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing else looks off to me besides the display screen. I don't know what you can see, if there's any head-up display.
No, I don't think this one's equipped with it. I think that might be an option.
But it might be an option.
Yeah,
okay, cool. What's a little odd to me, though, is that the red is only on the seats and like the center console and part of the door panel, but it's not reflected up here on your dash.
It would be cool if it was up there.
Yeah, so I think that's a little odd. Usually it's carried throughout the entire interior, at least a speck or something or a hint of it, just to kind of coordinate.
Yep, I hear you.
But I think the overall Cadillac badge symbol is carried throughout the entire vehicle. I don't know if you've noticed that, but like that flagship is here. It's coordinated here, so
those lines, those typical lines.
Yeah.
Now you had a gripe that you wanted to make mention of.
Yes, most definitely. Because I am in marketing and I have to worry about the customer's experience, this center console here, your what is it called?
It's the center console. You're right.
Okay, center console. I had to take my time to figure out how to open this up, and it's only from the driver's side is a button.
Yeah.
And when it does open, only the driver can see it. Now, why is that?
I don't know.
Usually there should be a dual function where both driver and passenger can actually function this.
Right,
so it's not a good experience to me.
Yeah.
I have to look over. So for example, if he has put something in there that's very valuable or useful to me while we're driving, I have to look over.
Yeah, you gotta do one of these.
What is that?
You gotta hook over it. Yeah. So
I mean, and it has USB in here, SD card functionality, all of that I could also take advantage of, but I can't. So I think that was poor designing on their
But
end.
you do get this. You do get that. So, I mean, maybe some people won't care about that, right?
Yeah. You're right.
This is a very fun car to drive. Now, I did notice when driving
what just happened, you just said, just shut up. That's what just happened.
Now, when you put this car in manual mode and shift with the paddles, I do feel like that 10-speed automatic transmission is a little sluggish. Like the gear changes aren't crisp enough for me. So I prefer to just floor it in automatic mode. But overall, this does have enough get up and go. 325 horsepower, 380 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 4.5. So it has enough to give you a good experience. And also you can use it as a daily. Now the rear, sitting in the back, it's a little cramped back there. But of course, this is a compact vehicle, like I said. Overall, with the exterior and the interior looks, I think this is a fairly good vehicle. As shown, this is $50,000, which doesn't break the bank. There are other options out there that are more expensive. So I will say that. But again, I agree with your gripe about the center console. And then, of course, you have the lack of the sunroof or panoramic roof in here. I think that would have did this car a lot of justice.
I think it would have brightened it up, made it seem a little bit more spacious as well. It looks very large from the outside. On the inside, it is definitely smaller. And I think adding that sunroof probably would have helped the overall design of this. Yeah,
that would have helped.
Yeah. Because it does feel a little tight in here. It does. And I know it's compact, so that's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
I'm not tight, though, but the overall feeling is...
you have decent leg room.
Yeah,
you have, over 40 inches up front, but it's the back where it has like 33 inches of leg room. Where, you might feel a little cramped on a long road trip back there. That's just my opinion.
Can't do it.
You already said no.
I can't do it. My knees, man, would be killing.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you have a tall person sitting up front. What did you see?
It's a lawnmower, but it's going by itself. It's automatic. There's nobody behind it.
I missed it.
You gotta turn around and see this.
I missed it.
It's just going by itself. There's no handlebar. You know, like those little iRobot things that vacuum?
Yeah.
It's a lawnmower.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Okay, all right.
All right, I'll turn around. So again, overall, this is a nice, small, compact sedan that offers you a ton of performance. It's not going to make you broke and have you living underneath a bridge if you buy it. The ride quality is great. Interior is nice. Can use a little bit of updating with the screen and the center console, but overall,
I would drive it.
It's a nice vehicle. So we'll wrap this one up there. Isha, I want to thank you for joining us.
Sure.
So that was a brief overview of this 2021 Cadillac CT4-V. It's giving you 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds with 325 horsepower coming from a 2.7 liter 4-cylinder power plant. Let me know what you guys think about this one. As shown, this one's going for about $50,000. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to share, like this video, and make sure you're subscribed. And until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the automotive reviewer that YouTube deserves.